Southeast Michigan is a wonderful place to live, work, and play. We believe our region is at its best when we work together. Our region is a connected network of small towns, dynamic urban centers, active waterfronts, diverse neighborhoods, premier educational institutions, and abundant agricultural, recreational, and natural areas. With all of that, making sure Southeast Michigan is a place where nearly 5 million people, regardless of age, physical ability, or cognitive ability, or socioeconomic status.
Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is John David Nyawo. I'm a student at African Fest final year studying international relations. So today I'm going to be talking about Africa Agenda 2063 and Rwanda's vision of 2050. So in this video I'll be talking about how Agenda 2063 links with Rwanda's vision of 2050. So subscribe to my channel, like and comment. Thank you.
Guys, we are almost graduating. What does the future hold for us African youth?
After graduating from college, is securing a job certain?
I want to further my education. Why shouldn't I leave this country to seek other opportunities?
As an aspiring fashion designer who would like to trade in textile all over Africa, how do I get funding for my business?
Trade? Are we even sure of economic stability? As for me, I just want to expand our family farm and set up a food processing company. But how can I easily transport and sell my goods to other African countries?
Have you not heard of Agenda 2063?
What is Agenda 2063?
Agenda 2063 is the master plan for transforming Africa into a global powerhouse of the future by the year 2063. And ensuring that Africa's development is driven by investments that are sustainable and benefits all people, and that development activities will promote unity, self-determination, freedom, progress, and collective prosperity, pursued under the ideals of Pan-Africanism and the vision of Africa's Renaissance. Do you know Agenda 2063 aims to increase investment in key infrastructure, improved agricultural practices, and better management of our natural resources, as well as access to quality health and education to enable Africans to unlock their full potential? And with a well-educated society and empowered people, our communities will thrive as Africans actively participate in decision-making to promote good governance, democracy, respect for human rights, and the right to live in stable and peaceful societies. And a peaceful and secure Africa will provide the right environment we desire for growth and development, productive employment, and decent work for all. We can build more world-class infrastructure, sustain industrialization, and foster innovation as we invest in the blue ocean economy, agriculture, advanced technology, transportation, health, renewable energy, commerce, and finance, and even outer space technology, translating into a better standard and quality of living for all African people. The Agenda 2063 promotes a united Africa with a strong cultural identity, common heritage, values and ethics. Agenda 2063 will enable Africa to position itself as a strong, united, resilient and influential global player.
Wow, that is the Africa I want.
That is the Africa I want.
That is the Africa I want.
That is the Africa I want. That is the Africa I want.
This is the so Rwanda's vision 2050 is a long-term strategic framework aimed at transforming the country into a high-income, knowledge-based economy by year-end 2050. This vision builds on past development plans and aligns with the goals of sustainable development, economic diversification, and social inclusion. So there are certain key objectives that include economic transformation. So economic transformation is a shift from an agrarian economy to a diversified industrialized economy that leverages technology and innovation. It also promotes sectors such as manufacturing, services, and tourism to enhance economic resilience. So we can also look at human capital development. It focuses on education and skills development to create a knowledgeable workforce capable of meeting the demands of the modern economy. We can also emphasize healthy and well-being to ensure a productive population. Then on infrastructure development, we're looking at investing in robust infrastructure, including transportation, energy, and technology, so as to promote economic production. And we can also develop cities and technology and sustainable infrastructure development. This is where Rwanda can invest in robust infrastructure, including transportation, energy, and information technology to support economic growth and connectivity. We can also develop cities that integrate technology and sustainability. And look at the environmental sustainability. This is where they can promote sustainable practices in agriculture, energy, and urban development to protect natural resources and address climate change. Then we can also enhance biodiversity, conservation, ecosystem management, good governance and institutional capacity. This is whereby they can strengthen governance frameworks to ensure transparency, accountability, and participation in decision-making processes. They can also build strong institutions that can effectively implement policies and programs. Then on the social inclusion and equity, they can ensure that all citizens benefit from economic growth, development, reducing inequalities in wealth and opportunities. They can also promote gender equality and empower marginalized groups. Then on regional and global integration, they can enhance Rwanda's role in regional and global markets through trade and investment partnerships.
What is behind the idea of the statement, the Africa we want, is that all of us, every single one of us, has a role in building the Africa we want.
What is the Africa that I want?
Wow, the Africa I want.
I want to have an Africa where there will be less hunger, there will be equal opportunity.
My Africa is one which is confident.
An Africa that is able to create jobs for its young people.
I want an Africa that is self-sufficient to feed its population.
It's a prosperous Africa, a disease-free Africa, a malnutrition-free Africa.
You need to be secure. People need to be well fed. People need to have places to express themselves and not to feel afraid. People need to dream of possibilities and realize them.
The Africa I want is an Africa which will be prosperous, which will be diverse, and which will serve as the food basket, not only for ourselves in the continent, but also to the world.
The Africa that is able to derive the bulk of its income from agriculture, in the sense of having raw materials that are produced by the African farmers.
The Africa that we see that we can use science to solve most of the problems.
I would like also to make sure that women are also not left behind in Africa.
And that there will be less boundaries physically and virtually.
Hunger-free, prosperous, powerful, exporting.
Where we believe in ourselves, where we see the value of the resources that we have.
Is the Africa that is resilient and has the structures, institutions and processes to renew itself.
People feel strongly that we should own our destiny.
we can be an amazing example to the rest of the world.
That is the kind of Africa I want to see.
And I would like Africans to say, oh, it's great to be an African. The opportunities are there. It's now up to me. It's up to me.
How exciting would it be to live in that Africa? And so you get motivated into putting your shoulder to the wheel and building the Africa you want in whatever corner you may be.
Vision 2050 is supported by various national strategies, policies, including National Strategy for Transformation, which outlines specific solutions and milestones to achieve the vision. Rwanda's Vision 2050 aims to position the country as a leader in Africa in a competitive player in the global economy, emphasizing sustainability, development, inclusivity, and innovation as a core principle guiding its transformation journey. So, in this segment, I'm going to be looking at Agenda 2063, and I'm going to look at it and what it says, its objectives, and afterwards I'm gonna specify and explain how Agenda 2063 links with Rwanda's vision of 2050. It is a strategic framework development by African Union to guide the continent's socio-economic transformation over a 50-year period from 2013 to 2063. It aims to realize a prosperous Africa based on inclusive growth and sustainable development, fostering peace, peaceful, integrated, and united continent. So there are some key aspirations of Agenda 2063. So we're looking at a prosperous Africa, a continent where economic growth is inclusive and sustainable, and poverty and hunger are eradicated. An integrated continent, enhanced regional and continental integration through improved infrastructure and trade, fostering a sense of unity and shared identity among African nations. Then we have a peaceful and secure Africa, a continent free from conflict, violence, where human rights are respected and government is democratic and accountable. And we also look at a strong cultural identity, emphasizing Africa's cultural heritage, values, and identity, promoting cultural industries in the arts, a people-centered Africa, ensuring that all African citizens, especially women and youth, are engaged in decision-making processes and benefit from socio-economic progress. We also look at the sustainable environment, commitment to sustainable management of natural resources, and addressing climate change, ensuring that development does not compromise the environment. We also look at the knowledge-based society, promoting education, research, and innovation to empower citizens and enhance Africa's global competitiveness. So there's an implementation framework that is Agenda 2063, includes strategic plans, flagship projects, and initiatives that align with the aspirations outlined in the framework. It emphasizes the importance of partnerships both within Africa and with international stakeholders to achieve its goals. So there's also need for monitoring and evaluation. So the Agenda 2063 is monitored through various indicators and reports to assess progress towards its aspirations, ensuring accountability and facilitating necessary adjustments to strategies. So Agenda 2063 represents a collective vision for the future of Africa, aiming to harness the continent's potential and to address challenges through a unified and sustainable
Mr. President, let's talk about Vision 2050. I've got to know this is a new blueprint for Rwanda following Vision 2020. And the goal is to build Rwanda into a upper middle income country by 2035 and a high income country by 2050. And I wonder what do you think are the keys to realizing this goal?
We invested in our people. We educated them. And we are still continuing to do that. And there's a lot of work to do. We invested in health, public health. We built general infrastructure. We have invested in technology to serve different areas. our people understand what to expect and what is expected of them in terms of their contribution. So we've done well in the last 20 years. The vision for 2020, beginning with 2000, maybe we didn't get 100% what we set out to do, but we are very close. Maybe we were at 80, 85%. So that gap of 20 or 15% constitutes lessons for us. There are new things you have to deal with, so there is an overlap of filling these gaps that were left for the period past. But there are things we have to do as of now, and then thinking about the future. So we try to understand it that way and also mobilize government and citizens to be able to see it that way, and it makes it simpler for everyone.
And can China make contributions?
Well, to begin with, China has already made a significant contribution to what we have already done. Looking at from 2000 to 2020, we had a vision for that period of 20 years. And in that, so many things have happened. China contributed to the modernization of our infrastructure. China has contributed to health, education, and other systems. So that is already significant, and we are grateful that has happened.
And the country will continue to be open to international cooperation.
That one is indispensable. That one we have to remain open to partnership, to embrace working with others and learning lessons from others, and even really mobilize investments, ideas, and from the rest of the world. But as we earlier talked about, we have to be mindful of the fact that we are addressing specific problems of a specific country.
So in this segment, I'm going to be looking at how Rwanda's vision of 2050 links with Africa's agenda of 2063. So both Agenda 2063 and Rwanda's Vision 2050 aim to achieve sustainable socio-economic development. They emphasize the importance of transforming economies to be more inclusive and resilient, focusing on poverty, eradication, and job creation. Looking at the economic transformation, Agenda 2063 envisions a prosperous Africa driven by inclusive growth, while Rwanda's Vision 2050 seeks to transition from an agrarian economy to a diversified, knowledge-based economy. Both frameworks prioritize industrialization and innovation as key drivers of economic advancement. Then looking at human capital development, both frameworks highlight the significance of education and skills development. Agenda 2063's aspirations for knowledge-based society align with Rwanda's focus on human capital development to prepare a skilled workforce that can adapt to future challenges. Also looking at infrastructure development. Infrastructure development is actually a crucial component of both agendas. Agenda 2063 emphasizes the need for improved infrastructure to facilitate regional integration and trade, which complements Rwanda's Vision 2050 commitment to building a robust transportation and energy system to support economic growth. Looking at the environmental sustainability, both frameworks stress the importance of environmental sustainability. Agenda 2063 calls for sustainable management of natural resources and climate resilience, aligning with Rwanda's Vision 2050 goal of promoting sustainable practices and protecting ecosystems. Then look at good governance. Agenda 2063 advocates for good governance and effective institutions. which resonates with Rwanda's Vision 2050, focus on strengthening government frameworks and institutional capacity to ensure transparency and accountability. Then looking at regional and global integration, both frameworks recognize the importance of regional integration and collaboration. Agenda 2063 aims for a more integrated Africa, while Rwanda's Vision 2050 seeks to enhance the country's role in regional and global markets, promoting trade and investment partnerships. So as to conclude, Rwanda's Vision 2050 aligns closely with Agenda 2063, as both frameworks share common aspirations for economic growth, human development, sustainability.
The Agenda 2063 is a continental development plan for Africa whose achievement will lead to an integrated, prosperous and peaceful Africa driven by its own citizens and represent a dynamic force in the international arena. Agenda 2063 is committed to ensuring economic transformation that leads to higher standards of living for Africans. Improved education standards driven by a skills revolution founded on science, technology and innovation. Unity in society where democracy and good governance prevail and the universal principles for human rights, justice and the rule of law are pursued. Modern agriculture that leads to food security, improved productivity and production. Development of a blue ocean economy for accelerated economic growth. Protection of our environment and natural resources and the growth of renewable energy sources. Building world-class infrastructure across the continent. Establishment of functional and capable institutions supported by transformative leadership. A peaceful Africa where security and stability is guaranteed and guided by a fully functional and operational African Peace and Security Architecture, APSA. Promoting an African cultural renaissance embedded in the ideals of Pan-Africanism. Full gender equality in all spheres of life. African youth are engaged and empowered. Establishing Africa's own financial and monetary institutions that take full responsibility for financing Africa's development. Access to quality health services and proper nutrition for all citizens. An Africa that commands its place in global affairs, working with partners who will promote and support our economic development. Let us unite to build the Africa we want. Visit www.au.int to learn more about Agenda 2063.
Ever pondered about what the future holds for the heart of Africa, Rwanda? Today, we delve into this land of thousand hills, exploring its tumultuous past, vibrant present, and the promising future it's shaping. Journey with us as we unravel the enigma that is Rwanda's future. The past of Rwanda, a tale of resilience and recovery. Once overshadowed by the tragic genocide of 1994, Rwanda has transformed itself into a beacon of hope. It's a testament to the indomitable spirit of its people, who've rebuilt their nation from the ground up. They've embraced reconciliation, focusing on unity and national identity over division. This resilience has propelled Rwanda into the limelight as one of Africa's rising stars. From the ashes of its past, Rwanda has emerged stronger, more united, and more determined than ever. Today, Rwanda stands as a beacon of hope for Africa. Its present-day narrative is a harmonious blend of economic growth, political stability, and social progress. The nation has made significant strides in the realms of technology, education, and healthcare. It's not just about shiny new skyscrapers or sprawling tech parks, but also about classrooms filled with eager students and clinics buzzing with innovation. Rwanda's present is a testament to the indomitable spirit of its people and its leadership. What does the future hold for this jewel of East Africa? As we gaze into the horizon, Rwanda's Vision 2050 paints a vibrant image of promise and potential. The nation is resolute in its ambition to transform into a knowledge-based, service-oriented economy. The aspiration? To achieve middle-income country status. The path forward is marked by innovation, resilience, and an unwavering commitment to sustainable development. The future for Rwanda is not just a dream, but a vision being meticulously shaped. Rwanda's journey is a story of transformation. From the ashes of a turbulent past, it has risen as a beacon of hope, charting a visionary path towards a prosperous future. As we look forward, we see a Rwanda that is not defined by its past, but inspired by it, striving towards a future of prosperity and unity.